Tomorrow morning you wake up. You reach for your phone. The screen lights up, but there's no signal, no apps load. You try Wi-Fi. Nothing. Mobile data. Nothing. You look out the window and notice that no one on the street is looking at their phone. Everyone is standing still, confused, scared. The internet simply stopped existing. And it's not coming back. In the first 6 hours, the world still doesn't understand what happened. But in the first 24, chaos has already begun. Welcome to the total digital collapse. You never realized how much you depended on the internet until it disappeared. We're not talking about a temporary outage. It's global, permanent, irreversible. The servers stopped. The satellites went silent. The undersea cables connecting continents, dead. No one knows exactly what happened. Some talk about a coordinated cyber attack, others an electromagnetic pulse. Some say it was artificial intelligence itself, shutting down. But the cause doesn't matter anymore. What matters is what comes next. In the beginning, people laugh. They think it's temporary. They restart their phones. You try to leave home. You swipe your card at the subway. Declined. You try to pay for coffee. Declined. Digital payment? Non-existent. You search for cash in your wallet and realize you haven't carried cash in years. Stores begin to close. ATMs don't work. Banks lock their doors. And then you understand. Without the internet, you don't have access to your own money. You are financially invisible. The streets begin to fill. Crowds form in front of banks, pharmacies, supermarkets, because everyone had the same idea: stockpile. But supermarkets can't restock. Delivery trucks don't know where to go. Shelves empty within hours. Fights break out. Glass shatters. Police try to intervene, but can't communicate. Police radios connected to the internet. Security cameras offline. Traffic lights shut down. Traffic becomes a nightmare. Accidents everywhere. Ambulances stuck. And then the lights begin to flicker, because power plants also depend on the internet. Automated control systems stop. Technicians try to operate manually, but weren't trained for this. Power generation drops. Blackouts begin. Without power, no refrigeration. Food rots. Without power, no treated water. Pumps stop. Faucets run dry. You realize that modern civilization is just a fragile illusion sustained by invisible cables. The first thing you truly notice is the silence. Not the peaceful kind, the heavy kind, the kind that presses against your chest. You walk through your neighborhood and see faces you've never really looked at before. Because before, everyone was looking down, at screens, at notifications. Now everyone is looking around, lost, searching for something that isn't there anymore. The grocery store on the corner has a handwritten sign: cash only. But the line wraps around the block because no one has cash. An old man stands at the front, counting out crumpled bills. And for the first time in decades, he's the richest person in line. The young couple behind him whispers desperately. Their baby needs formula. They have thousands in the bank, but the bank might as well be on another planet. You pass a coffee shop. The owner sits outside, staring at the dark interior. She built her entire business on online orders, delivery apps, digital payments. Now, it's just an empty room with expensive equipment that's completely useless. Every business on the block has the same dead look. They built everything on something that could vanish in an instant. And it did. At night, the city looks different, darker. Not just because of the blackouts, but because the glow is gone. That constant electric hum of connectivity, the light pollution from millions of screens. It's all gone. You can see stars you forgot existed, and it's beautiful, and it's terrifying. Because beauty doesn't fill your stomach. Beauty doesn't bring back the medication your mother needs. Beauty doesn't tell you if your sister 3 states away is still alive. The hospitals are war zones. Doctors perform surgeries by flashlight. Nurses write everything by hand, trying to remember dosages they used to look up in seconds. The emergency room is packed with people who ran out of insulin, heart medication, psychiatric drugs. Prescriptions are trapped in digital systems. Medical histories are inaccessible. A man dies because no one knows he's allergic to penicillin. Every death is preventable, and every death is inevitable. People begin leaving the cities. Roads become congested. Cars abandoned for lack of fuel. Because gas stations can't pump gasoline without electricity. Those who survive are those who adapt. Communities form. Neighbors who never spoke now share food or fight for it. Violence increases. Gangs take control of entire neighborhoods. The law of the strongest returns. Children ask about their online friends. Adults ask about distant family members. No one has answers. The world has shrunk back to the size of your street, your neighborhood, what your eyes can see. And you realize that you may never know what happened to the people you loved. Weeks pass. You lose track of time without your phone. Days blur together. You mark them on a wall with a piece of charcoal, like a prisoner. You think about all the things you took for granted, talking to your parents whenever you wanted, ordering food at 3 in the morning, knowing what was happening everywhere all the time. That constant connection felt like a burden sometimes. Now its absence feels like amputation. The children adapt fastest. They create games with sticks and stones. They run through streets without staring at screens. They laugh. And it breaks your heart. Because they're too young to understand what they lost. Too young to grieve for a world they barely remember. Digital knowledge. Lost. Billions of terabytes of information, art, science, inaccessible. Locked in dead servers. Humanity regressed centuries in months. Some try to rebuild, create local networks. But it's slow, primitive. And most people simply gave up trying to return to what it was before. Because what it was before no longer exists. And then you understand the most frightening truth of all. The internet wasn't just a tool. It was the invisible backbone of modern civilization. Every system, every service, every structure depended on it. Health, education, transportation, energy, water, food, security, communication, economy, government, everything. Connected, everything. Vulnerable. And when that backbone broke, everything collapsed together. You're sitting around a fire, not because it's romantic, because it's the only heat source, the only light. There are no glowing screens in the darkness, no notifications, no instant connections with the other side of the world, just the fire, the stars, and the heavy silence of a world that forgot how to exist without being connected. Some people say it was better this way, that humanity was lost in digital illusion. Others weep for what they lost. But the truth is simple. We built an entire world on something invisible, something we never touched, something we thought was indestructible. And when it fell, we realized too late that we never had a backup plan. So next time the internet drops for a few minutes and you feel that anxiety, remember, you just tasted what the real collapse would feel like. And pray it never truly happens. Because if it does, there will be no video to warn you, no news report, nothing, just silence.